And good afternoon, everyone. How is everyone doing? I hope that you all are doing okay today. As you come into the room, please hit the like button. Also, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel and help me out by sharing the video. That would be awesome. Share it on your social media page or whatever that helps the channel, but definitely hit the like button. It helps the video to circulate. It's not it's hot today. It is really hot in the Mid-South area. As you all know, I'm in the Memphis area and the weather has been off of the chain. You're talking about like 100, 110. As soon as you walk outside, it's that type of heat that makes your curls flop immediately and turn you 2 tones darker immediately. And y'all know I'm already chocolate, right? But I wanted to get on here for a few minutes to talk about young Dolph. And a lot of people, and we talk about Dolph all the time, but I kind of want to talk about it on a lighter note because we're all very passionate about young Dolph. There are a lot of narratives and stuff out there. And I get emails all the time about certain things that's said about young Dolph. And people get extremely emotional. And I can understand it because, young Dolph had a lot of fans. Young Dolph did a lot of things for people. He did. He believed in keeping the wealth going. He believed that's what he believed in sharing the wealth and helping people to be um, what's the word I'm looking for? Financially independent, right? And oftentimes when you deal with a lot of record companies and record labels, that's not necessarily promoted. What you kind of see is an illusion. You see people wearing a jewelry, you see them wearing jewelry, you see them with the rented cars in the videos, the rented mansions in the videos. They're barely making it, right? They are barely making it because they owe the record companies for that. One thing that Young Dolph was doing, he taught his artists financial independence, which really a lot of black record labels should be doing. I'm not saying that they're not, but it just appears to me that they're really not. When you give somebody a lump sum of money that they got to pay back to the record company, or you giving somebody $1 million after you just made about five or six off of them, and they're so happy to get that $1 million after they've slaved and worked and things of the nature. To me, that's completely taking advantage of a situation. Giving somebody $1 million and they got to pay 5 million back, or you just made 5 million, you decide to give them $1 million after they have gotten out there and worked like that. To me, you know, hey, that's wrong on so many levels. So many artists and stuff get taken care of. That's one of the reasons why I think I'm so embedded in this young dog's movement, because even though they killed his body, he still has a movement going on because so many people are fascinated with this young dog's case, and starting, even if they just started to learn about young dog after he died. People are engulfed in this, in his life, his music, his family, because there are a lot of people, that truly want justice, because he left behind two beautiful children. He left a woman that he loved behind and that loved him. He left his parents. He had parents and siblings and other family members and friends and artists, that's really feeling the brunt of the hurt, because they knew him personally. See, we can feel bad about him, and we could feel hurt, but our hurt will never equate to the hurt of the people that was in his inner circle, his immediate circle. Two children are left without a father, and we all know we get the opportunity now that we're paying closer attention to see how he was with his children, and he adored those kids. They adored him, you know So the fact that another black man, has been taken away from his children at the hands of other black men is devastating within itself. That's why I was saying nobody wins in this young Dolph situation. And there are a lot of narratives out there. And I understand when, the authorities start to get really quiet, and they have to for a reason. Like we'll never know. I don't even know all of the evidence that they have, right? We'll never know until the trial. But young Doc will get justice. You know, um, People get emotional because they start seeing the different narratives that are fake, especially if they're engulfed in this and they truly want justice for Dolph, and people put stuff out, you know, um, and they do it for clicks and views. Oftentimes, people put out stuff because they're getting fed fake information by the very people who, did this to Dolph. They have their people on the internet sending fake information to bloggers. Bloggers, like I said, that have big platforms. That's what they do. Then they send big cash apps. So that's just a form of payment. Um, and then some just do it for clicks and views. But young Dolph will get justice. I think I've been saying that. And it does not just stop with Straight Drop and Cornelius. You know, there is a lot of back and forth about Straight Drop and Cornelius. What I will say is that from what I've been told, okay, and when somebody tell me something, it comes straight from a reliable source, and I don't know everything. It's not even good to know everything. I wouldn't even expect to know everything. But from what I was told, Straight Drop, it's going to be hard unless there's some type of miracle for Straight Drop and Cornelius to get out of this. But it does not end with this. They're on the right trail. They're on the right trail. There is a lot of distractions and things of that nature because, when people feel like they have not, a lot of these folks know that they've been zoned in on. Just because you don't necessarily hear the police say what they're doing in the background don't mean some things are not happening. Are they obligated to tell us every move that they make to ruin their investigation? Of course not. But just because we don't know that a person has been questioned several times, it don't mean that they haven't, you know. I hear a lot of people say, well, why haven't they zoned in on this person? Why haven't they zoned in on that person? Oftentimes, those are the very people that they have zoned in on. They're not going to get on their social medias and say certain things. They have to make it look grand a lot of times. And I'm just talking about in any situation. When the heat is on them, they don't want whoever they consider their ops to know that the heat is on them. They want people to think that it's gravy. I did this and it's all gravy when it's not true. That's why I say everybody, those logical people have to stay positive and know that young Dolph is going to get justice. It's impossible for every police officer and every federal agent, every DEA or whatever, all these people that are involved, it is impossible for everybody to be corrupt. These people have a job to do. Whoever got some money, they can't pay everybody. If that was the case, the two that they got would still be out. And we don't know who else they ain't got down there. As I say, there's a lot of things that has not been released to the public because it's not for the public, it's for the trial. Right? If they had if this case, Cornelius has a top-notch lawyer. He knows law. If there was any glitches or anything that they was doing, any holes, Cornelius would be out right now walking around. Now, I know what's going to happen when the hearing, the bond hearing is next month. Let's just say he get a bond. A lot of people are going to start flipping that. See, they wouldn't have given him a bond. Of course, he's probably going to give him a bond. He's going to give him a highest bond too, more than likely. Cheryl Wright, who killed Lorenzen Wright, got a bond. It was $20 million. So don't let people do that to you when he get a bond. Don't let people put that fear and stuff in your heart because it's going to happen. See, they wouldn't have given him a bond. I told you this didn't happen. Why they give him a bond? Because that's what they do. They're probably going to give him a bond. And it's probably going to be too high, as his lawyer said, to make, because that is practice. It's not anything peculiar. That's practice. That's what they do. And it absolutely does not mean anything. But what's going to be weird is when they give him that highest bond, how he going to be able to make it? Where those funds going to come from if it's made? So either way it go, if somebody make that bond for him, you have to think about Cornelius get $1 million bond. That's about 100 grand. Okay. Who got 100 grand? And they can't just put up houses, because I told y'all before, I called my friend that owns a bonding company and asked him, I said, if somebody had a bond that high, what would you want? Could they just put up their houses? He said, no, they would have to put up collateral, but I'm going to want some money. He said they put up collateral until so let's just say it's 100,000, okay, $1 million bond. So if it's $1 million, the bonding company is going to want, let's just say, at least 50,000 in cash, because they're not going to just take collateral to hold. And then they'll hold their houses that they put up and the houses have to be paid for and have to be equivalent to $1 million. Ain't no house over there equivalent to no damn $1 million. What Cornelius was living there. I got to be real. Because the bonding company is losing. So I hold your house until you finish paying off this fee. He says, I want about 50,000 up front, and then I'll hold their home as collateral. The house has to be paid for. It has to be equivalent to $1 million, and it has to be paid for. And I hold that as collateral and give them a payment plan to pay off the other 50,000. So yet and still, they still, when people say they put their houses up, the bonding company only put a lien on the house until they finish paying off whatever balance is due. But why would they take, when people start talking about when they put up collateral, why would, I put up, go over there, it's $1 million bond in your house and hold a house that's worth 15 or 20 or 30. That's not going to happen. So even if he got $1 million bond, it'll be interesting to know who's going to come up even with 50 grand, because everybody don't just have 50 grand just laying around at their disposal, right? That would be interesting, because that's going to have to be paid right off the bat, or probably more. So I know a lot of people get it misconstrued. They think, well, if they got houses, they can put up their houses and cars. No, they can put up a house, but it has to be equivalent to what their bond is. And I don't mean no harm. It ain't no houses over in that area worth no $1 million. And I'm not trying to be mean. I don't think any houses on that street would be equivalent to $1 million altogether. Okay. So, there are a lot of narratives. I'm sure there's more than me that knows stuff about this case that's not necessarily put out there, because sometimes I want to say stuff and I go, no, people going to twist that and it's just going to confuse the people more. And there are a lot of people that are already emotional, and I'm very sensitive about that, especially when people sending me emails and they're frantic and they're sending me stuff on my social media. Hell, I don't be on social media every day. And sometimes I'll log in. I'll go, let me go see if I got some messages or something. And I'll log in, and sure enough, I got all kinds of messages. Tamara, I heard this. Is he really gonna get justice? And that's sad. And then you start looking at the information, go, well, hell, the information wrong. And that person is all upset for nothing. Just understand that everybody can't be crooked. There is a bad seed everywhere, but everybody can't be crooked. There are more people that are at the top that want to see Dolph get justice than not. Believe me when I tell you. Okay. A lot of people have never talked to these people, never laid eyes on these people. And they're saying don't even know who these don't know the names of any of these federal agents, or don't even know the names of the investigators that is actively working this case, but people are saying that they're crooked, you know. And you go, well, how they know? Do they know them personally? No. Well, who is the investigator? I don't. They don't know. They couldn't tell you if they tried, but they called them crooked. So it's I guess so the investigators could be standing looking them right in their faces, and they would never even know who they was, but they've already put into the atmosphere that they're out there trying to get Dolph. That's not true. They are further along than anybody would, than even I would know. Okay. So that's why I say he'll get justice. And like I said, I'm not told everything. I wouldn't even want to know everything. But just based on what I am told by reliable sources, they're moving in the right direction and they're on top of everything. These people are on top of everything. That's why I can sit here and tell you that nothing is getting by these folks. You know, when people are still out there and they're still allowing people to recruit them to do ignorant stuff, and the people are right on top of it instantly, you know? So that's why I say, he's going to get justice. I know a lot of times we're the type, we want microwave justice. We want it instantly. We let people get us all emotional and they go, "Well, we want it instantly." Why would we want them to do like a microwave investigation, whereas they charge these people, and then don't y'all know, if they start charging these people and their stuff is not airtight, and they go get some lawyers that like poking holes in cases. Don't y'all know that's what when I work with these defense attorneys, when I've worked with some of them, that's the first thing that they'll say when they debrief us, when they bring us, hire us. We got this, we got this, we got this. I need y'all to get out there and do this, this, and that. We got to poke holes because all the defense attorney has to do is raise reasonable doubt, and they pay us all that money to get out there to find something to start poking holes in the truth, because oftentimes they know that their client is guilty, but all they have to do is raise reasonable doubt. It is up to the prosecution to have the burden of proof, which means their job is harder. They need an airtight case. So it takes time, and they can't be giving out their strategies and things of that nature. They can, so don't let people get you emotional. Because if they was to go and charge these people and do a microwave investigation, and they are found not guilty, they can walk right out of that courtroom, look at the camera and say, "I got off, and by the way, I did kill him." They could never be tried again because of the double jeopardy law. And with the way that they doing it, because they've already got their asses on their Instagram and stuff, and I almost tell that they've done something. They will do it. They will get on Instagram and say they did it, and nothing can be done because they can never be charged with the same crime twice. That's double jeopardy. So that's why I always say be patient. Don't let people get you emotional. That's why when people ask me why you be so calm, I'm calm the majority of the time because I like to be in control. Anytime I start acting a fool, that means I'm out of control, and the person that got me emotional is in control of me. And I don't like for people to be in control of me. They able to do all kinds of stuff, and use you like a puppet when they in control of you. That's why I say stay calm. Dolph gonna get justice. It has already started on the lower level. That's why I say pray this thing through. When you feel like getting aggravated, just stay calm. Because people get you aggravated so that they can get you emotional. And when it gets you emotional, for some reason, it keeps you coming back for more, even though you know it might be junk. And then that's how they get the clicks and views. Even though it's got you emotional, now you can't stop going back because it's junk. That's what junk does. It's like a magnet. That's why you have to stay calm. You have to stay calm and be like the Teflon Don and let that shit just bounce off of you. Okay, well, that might be true. Even with what I say, okay, well, she makes some valid points. I know she know them folks, but I'm just gonna stay calm and wait this thing out. That's all you can do, okay? because he will get justice. He will. It has already started. There's so much stuff that they're doing in God that we don't even know. We just have to wait it out. But anyways, I just wanted to say that I want y'all to have a good day. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Also, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you all so much, as I always say. My subscribers rock. When I be looking at my analytics, I see that just about half of the people that come and look at my stuff are unsubscribed. So, why y'all coming over here looking at my stuff and you don't subscribe, please subscribe if you want to, if you're not a Hellcat. And hit the like button. Even if you don't subscribe, hit the like button. You coming over here looking, because my analytics tell me hit the like button for me. You could do that at least. All right, you guys, have a good day.